What's up, guys? This is Rise, and I'm bringing you another set of battles with my signature team that I've had a lot of success with in the Go Battle League. It consists of Wigglytuff in the lead, Lantern, and Toxicroak in the back. So we get off a lead, Wigglytuff versus Azumarill. If we correctly shield the Hydro Pump, this is a great matchup for Wigglytuff just because this charm damage does so much. They overfarmed quite a bit. We're going to go for this play rough, and they let it go through. So we're down a shield, but we have a Wigglytuff with a lot of health. We're expecting some sort of steel type to come in. It's a Bastiodon. So check this out. We don't switch into our hard counter Toxicroak, so we switch into our Lantern. And that way, we're going to be able to match up our Toxicroak with the Bastiodon in the back. And we're going to commit no shields whatsoever. So let's see how this plays out. Meganium's going to hit us with a Frenzy Plant. This will take us out, but we don't care. We're going to send in our Wigglytuff because we know that Wigglytuff is really going to struggle against Bastiodon. We decide to shield, and that is so we can get this Meganium low enough where we can counter down with Toxicroak, and nothing that Bastiodon throws at us is going to do a super significant amount of damage to Toxicroak. So Toxicroak with no shields versus Bastiodon with 2 shields. Who wins? Let's see. Flamethrower gets off, does a fair amount of damage. We're just going for the straight counter down. No charge move necessary, and Toxicroak saves the day. We win while our opponent still had 2 shields. Man. So how about a like for that play down there? Wigglytuff versus Shiftry, another great lead, but I think this might be a game that we ended up blowing. We switch into our Lantern after doing some charm damage with Wigglytuff. We're gonna eat whatever charge move this is. It's a Thunderbolt, that'll do neutral damage. Still doesn't do all that much. We're not gonna bother building up to Hydro Pump. We're just gonna go straight for Thunderbolt. And this should allow us just to spark down. We should be able to survive a charge move. But it's a Psycho Boost. And because Psycho Boost takes not very much energy to get to, they are able to get to 2, and they take us out. So could that have been a mistake, shielding that one? I think that might be what cost us. We're gonna go for a Hydro Pump here. This will do quite a bit of damage, even though it's resisted. They shield up. We have 2 great answers for this Toxicroak. So I'm thinking, what do I go into? I go into Wigglytuff, perhaps a mistake, because Toxicroak would have taken resisted damage. They switch into Reggie, and let me know in the comments. I felt like I might have dealt with a little bit of lag here because they seem to be getting to these charge moves very quickly. I'm not familiar. I've actually never used Registeel in GBL, but here you see the Reggie gets to a Flash Cannon before Toxicroak gets to a Mud Bomb. So that really shocked me. And because we CMP tied, I have to use my energy. And if we hadn't CMP tied and I was able to keep that energy, I could have Sludge Bombed the Shiftry and won this game. But unfortunately, a few things went wrong. And you see that this team is obviously not perfect. I love it a lot, but because of some misplays on my part, we lose that one. So we're 1-1 so far in this set. Let's see if we can recover and we can go positive. Searching for another match. Yeah, I was really frustrated after that one because I thought maybe if I had just come in with Toxicroak, or actually no, I actually made the right call since they had a Reggie in back going into Wigglytuff. And but anyway, on to the next one. We see a great lead, Wigglytuff versus a Altaria. They switch into Meganium, and we fear this might be an Earthquake, so we do decide to shield. It's just a Frenzy Plant, though. I decide just to go for Mud Bomb, perhaps a mistake. The low battery signal is messing me up a little bit. We do draw the shield, which is great. I'm thinking this is probably going to be an Earthquake, so I do decide to shield. It is an Earthquake, so great for us. Now we can just counter down, and we have a Sludge Bomb ready for Altaria, most likely. We hit the Sludge Bomb straight away. This will take out about half health, a little less than half. maybe like 42, 44%. We're gonna switch into our Lantern and not our hard counter. This way it doesn't allow the Altaria to farm us down, and it also preserves sort of a sense of switch advantage. So I know if they oh, okay, they go into Reggie. So this is going to be interesting. We throw the Hydro Pump because they're shieldless, and that does quite a bit of damage. Now I believe, oh, and we just barely get to a Thunderbolt. That's huge. That's going to put their Reggie very low, and that actually could have made the difference in this game. And we already have another charge move ready for Toxicroak. So you see some interesting decisions had to be made there. What I go into against the Altaria. If I had let my Toxie go down and then gone into Wigglytuff, they would have switched into Reggie. I would have switched into Lantern. Not sure Lantern could have taken that matchup. It would have probably come down to shield bait scenarios. Another fantastic lead. Wigglytuff is getting me so many fantastic leads. This one against an Umbreon. They switch into Deoxys, a nice safe switch. We don't have any sort of hard counter for Deoxys, but we're gonna switch into our Lantern. And that way we still have our Wiggly and our Toxicroak in back, which both match up great against Umbreon. So even if we lose switch advantage here, we're still in an okay position because Wiggly will be able to charm down most likely. We do commit a shield because we know we can get to this next Thunderbolt. So either they're gonna have to commit both shields or they're gonna have to let their Deoxys go. They commit both shields. And I presume, yep, I'm gonna let my Lantern go. And Wigglytuff might be able to charm down from this range. Let's see. Just barely not able to charm down. We're not going to commit our shield because we know we can survive this, whatever it is. We're probably going to use a play rough, and we see an Azu come in. We switch immediately to our Toxicroak because we know they have an Umbreon in back, and Umbreon is going to struggle against Toxicroak as well. And this way, I was expecting a switch, so I didn't use my Sludge Bomb right away, but I ended up using Sludge Bomb anyway because it's the better move. It does a lot more damage. We're going to go for this Mud Bomb, which will allow us to counter down. We're probably gonna have to eat one last resort. See how much damage this does. Quite a bit. And I know I'm not gonna be able to get to a Sludge Bomb, unfortunately, so I just go straight for the Mud Bomb. But it's okay because we didn't use our energy before that we now we have a play rough ready to go for this Azu, which is not quite enough to take it out. So check out this finish. Oh my goodness. Ice Beam coming in on Wiggly, and one counter from Toxicroak takes out the Azumarill. Crazy finish there, so close, and a great match. Man, this is why I love this game so much. So much strategy involved, and it all comes down to the finish. And if we had let Azu bubble down our Toxicroak, we would have lost that match. But because we made that quick swap to preserve one counter's worth of energy, we ended up winning. Another great lead, expecting a switch. They switched to Meganium. We're doing some counter damage. Probably should have swapped faster, but we're gonna catch a Frenzy Plant on Toxicroak. It's gonna be resisted, but it's still gonna do almost 50% damage. We're gonna shield this one, and I think we're gonna attempt to counter down. Let's see if Toxicroak can counter down from this range. It's gonna be close. We backed out of it. We thought they were probably gonna be able to get to another one, so we decided to throw the Mud Bomb. And that's enough to take out Meganium. What are they gonna come in with? They come in back with Umbreon, so I'm thinking they most likely have a Registeel in back, or at least something really weak to Toxicroak, but they don't. I guess okay, interesting. They have an Alolan Raichu, so what they were probably thinking was they'll let their Umbreon tank this charge move, and then Alolan Raichu can come in. because double Mud Bombs would have done quite a bit. Their Alolan Raichu goes for Wild Charge. We have a lot of energy built up. We're probably going to be able to get to 2 Thunderbolts. They bait us, though, with a Thunder Punch. Nice play by them. Thunderbolt comes in. Their Alolan Raichu is debuffed, so these Charms are doing a ton. And Charms alone take out over 50% of the Raichu before it can get to another charge move. Then we go for the Play Rough. It's going to draw a shield. And this is a pretty straightforward matchup. Last Resort will do a fair amount of damage, but these Charms, man, they're super effective. They add up. This will be a foul play most likely. And it's still enough to take out. It's going to be a race to the charge move. Who can get there first? We just barely get to a Thunderbolt, and we are able to take out this Umbreon. GG's there. So that set, we end up going 4-1. You see our rank climb up to 2547. At the time, I believe that was top 60 in the world. I'm really enjoying this team. It's kind of been like my signature squad. Gets so many great leads, and Toxicroak is so versatile, can take out so many things. And Lantern specifically has a lot of great matchups, whether it be against Azu, Skarmory, and it can hold its own against Registeel and Altaria as well. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to click that subscribe button, hit the like button, turn on post notifications if you want to be aware of every time I post a new vid. And make sure to share this content with your friends if they are curious about PvP and just enjoy watching battles. So thanks all for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in